All right. Welcome to Every Strand Counts with me, your host, Dana Wilson. Thank you so much for joining us for our Locking Up for Success series where we're featuring Sister Loss consultant stories. And today, our special guest is Rene Michelle Floyd. She is the CEO and owner and the creator of Beautiful Hair Products LLC. We will be getting started here shortly. So please take the time to share with so many so that we can so they can partake in our conversation today. And we'll be right back.
In audio.
All right. Welcome, everybody. Every Strand Counts with Dana Wilson is brought to you by Hair Cares Inc. And we believe that every root, every lesson, every experience, and every legacy makes a difference in our lives. So we feature conversation with various leaders, authors, speakers, and entrepreneurs who long to touch, move, and inspire others through their work. And I'm excited about this series, Locking Up for Success. Some of you already know I've been a part of the Sisterlock family for over 23 years. And like every client that has a unique journey, the Sister Lock consultant has a unique journey too, as they transform lives from one lock at a time through Sister Locks. And then guess what? They also get on to doing bigger and better things as well. So I want to bring our guest up today, which is Rene Michelle Floyd, and let's listen to her story, you guys. She is the CEO and creator of Beautiful Hair Products LLC. Let me bring her up. Hey.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah, we made it, lady. We made
You
it.
made it.
We made it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, yes, you're
Time
welcome. You
I know
are
your
welcome.
time is valuable, okay? And so I appreciate you joining me on the show today. And if you could please share with our audience a little bit more about yourself outside of and you're a retired Sister Lock consultant.
Yes.
Let's put that out there. You are a retired Sister Lock consultant. So please share with our audience who you are and what you up to.
All right. Hi, everybody. My name is Rene Michelle Floyd, and I am the CEO, the owner, and the creator of Beautiful Hair Products, and the creator of my 5-day Steaming Your Sister Locks Challenge. So I know you all probably seen me all over social media talking about that challenge, right? So yeah, I am a retired certified Sister Locks consultant. It was the best career decision that I made. I really made it in a time when I was going through a divorce, just being totally transparent,
Okay,
right?
tell the story now. Tell it for real.
Yes, just being totally transparent. I
Okay.
had 4 kids at the time, and I was going through a divorce, and
Okay.
I needed something to take care of me and my family. And I didn't have a college degree other than I was in fashion design, but I didn't have a BA or a master's degree in anything, right? And so, but I knew that I loved entrepreneurship.
Okay.
And so I was all through my 20-year first marriage, I was a work at home mom or a stay at home mom, right? And so I didn't have any of those skills other than entrepreneurship, doing hair on the side,
Mhm.
And so I prayed and I asked God to show me what I can do to make a living for me and my family.
Well, wait a
And
minute.
he showed me
Hold
to
on,
do hair,
hold on.
right? And that was just what he said, do hair, because that's what I had a skill, set
Yeah,
for.
yeah.
And while I started my business, the first business name was Naturally Yours Boutique. That was the first business that I had. And that was my hair business, that name that I had given
Wait a minute,
myself.
Renee, hold
Mhm.
on one second, because we gotta bring this back.
Okay.
So when did you get your sister locks done? Tell me about your hair. How did you even get introduced to sister locks?
Okay, so I when I first did my business, when I first opened my business, I was just doing braids and
Okay.
twists and locks, right? And so I seen this. I had dread. All my family, me and my children, and my husband at the time, we all had dreads.
Okay.
And so we went to we were at out shopping, and I saw this lady
Yes.
that had sister locks, and I went to her like a magnet. I was like, oh my God, these are so beautiful, right?
Yeah.
And so she was so gracious. I mean, you don't go up to people and put your hand in their head, right?
Right, right, right.
But I was just like a magnet. She was so gracious. She didn't even say, stop, don't do that, right?
Wait a minute. You didn't put your hands in the hair
I
and
put
everything?
I did like this to her hair. I
No,
said,
you
these are so
No,
pretty.
you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you did not do that.
Yes, I did that. I tell you. And I said she was so gracious, because you don't just go up to people and
Right.
your hair. But she told me that they were sister locks, and
Okay.
I fell in. It was love at first sight, right? And so that's how I first seen them. And I tell you, I asked her for the name and the number of the person that in her hair, and she said she couldn't remember the name and number. It's like, really? Okay, right? So anyway, I didn't get that. And then I saw another lady, and she said the same thing. She couldn't remember the number. She don't have it on her. And I was like, what is this all about, right? And so anyway, my family and I, we went to, you know how they have those African marketplaces
Yeah.
where they have their wares out and all. And so it was two ladies that had a booth set up, and they were out talking about sister lock. They just had, the pamphlets and things. And I tell you, I got that pamphlet and I looked at it, and I was so excited. I finally found someone that I can get more information from. And so that's how I came into the world of sister locks, right? And so I had dreads in my hair at the time, and I was trying to take those dreads out,
Okay.
and but they weren't coming out, right? So I end up cutting all my hair off so
Okay.
that I can start all over again. And I saved my little pennies at that time, Dana.
Yes.
It was $395 to put sister locks in your hair.
Come on,
You
girl. You're telling your years on
Yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah. So, that is way below the price point now, So, and for me, that was a lot for me at that time. So I took a beautiful jar, and I just started saving my tips and saving $5 here, 10 until I got my $395.
Okay.
And then I went and got my hair. My hair was probably about that short in some places, and this short. It was no more than about 3 inches long.
Okay.
And it changed my life.
So how soon thereafter, when you got your sister locks done, that you decided you want to be a consultant?
It was probably maybe 4 or 5 months.
Okay.
Yes, that wasn't, because I was already doing hair. I was already doing dreads and braids and stuff. And it just made sense, and it was like, but how am I going to get clients? How do you even do that? Because it was totally different than just putting braids and dreads in, right?
So tell me, how did you do it? How did you get clients?
So I took my children. They were small at the time, and I made flyers, and I took them with me to the mall, and I just had them to pass out these flyers, right? And so that's how I mean, one person told another person, and before you know it, I had at that time you had to have 3 people.
That's right.
And they couldn't be your family members,
That's
right?
That's right.
And so that's how I got my 3. And I'm telling you, I got my kid in under 4 months.
Okay.
Under 4 months, right? And so that's how I came into the world of sister locks, and I haven't looked back since.
So how soon thereafter did you get certified?
It's about 4 months that I went to the training,
Okay.
and then I think it took me maybe 3 months at the most to get
Girl.
my certification.
Woo.
Right, because they were moving a little faster, back then. It was like, what is 6 June and then December,
Oh, wow.
right? And I think I had started the beginning of the year, and then that kind of thing. Yeah.
Well, let me
So it
let me
didn't take me long at all.
let me ask you, well, what had you want to get certified though? Because, and I'm asking you that, Renee, because some people will take the class and not get certified. So it has to be something in you or instilled in you to say, I'm not only going to take the class, but I'm going to get certified too.
I don't like I if I'm going to do something, I want to go all the way,
Okay.
right? And I knew that this was a service. I knew how Sister Locks made me feel because I've always had problem hair,
Okay.
hair that was real sensitive, easy to break. And Sister Locks was the first style that I ever had that really my hair started healing, started thriving. And
Yeah.
I knew that there were so many other women out there that needed it, and I said, let me just go, because you when you get something done, you want someone that's the best, right? You don't want a trainee, but everybody has to start out
That's
somewhere.
right. Absolutely.
But yeah, I didn't want to just be known as a trainee. I want to have the certification behind my name.
I
Plus,
love
I
it.
don't like leaving money on the table
Come on.
either.
Come on. You know what? Tell the truth. Just tell the truth. So, okay. So it sounds like
Yes,
you didn't
yes, I don't
have
like
much,
leaving money on the table.
it sounds like you didn't have much problem with the clientele because that sounds pretty quickly. You picked up pretty quickly. Um, did you encounter any challenges at all?
In terms of clients or the system?
In general, this is a lot bit because the clients wasn't the issue for you. This sound
No,
like
it
so.
wasn't.
Any obstacles, and I'm asking you because we have new practitioners that's watching this show, and
Mhm.
they're looking for inspiration, and they have maybe encountered some obstacles, and so we want to share in a way that they see that you have obstacles and you can get past those obstacles. So, is there any obstacle that you encountered that you can share that you got past or you learned how to do that?
Yeah, let's see. I mean, I had such a wonderful I can say with me, right? I never I let business be business and friendship be friendship.
Okay.
So that right there, people don't like to talk about the money part or be have a system where give. I never gave credit, or anything. So
Okay.
the biggest part for me, and it could have been, but I wanted, you said that there are some people that's encountering challenges, and it
Mhm.
depends on what challenges that they're encountering. But one thing I want to encourage new practitioners is to make sure that you have your system down, and do not compromise on that, right? So don't mix friendship with your business, right? So for instance, I had one rate, at the time when I first started, it was $25 an hour.
Mhm, mhm,
Right.
mhm.
And at that time, I only accepted cash. Right. And then eventually I started doing the PayPal and stuff like that. But some people will try you. Right. So some people say, can you let me pay, one half now and the other half? No, I didn't do that. Right. So I enjoyed my career because I set my standards, I set my financial goals, and I set my business standard so that I would be able to serve people across the board without any issues like that.
Mhm,
And for the most part, I never really had any issue with the home office with Dr. Joanne. I
mhm.
didn't have a problem with that. Um, it so I didn't really, I had a couple of challenge clients. So I was one of the kitchen practitioners,
Okay.
right? So I didn't have a studio, I didn't have a salon at the time. I had a room, right? One of my bedrooms, and I made that into my studio.
Okay.
And so, I kept my family separate from my business. Um, but for the most part, I had one client one time that tried to get over on me, and I did her whole entire hair, and then she claimed she didn't have the money,
Uh-uh.
right?
No, no, no,
Right.
no, no.
She claimed she didn't have the money. And so I want to also encourage those new practitioners to never argue about the money.
Okay.
Right. And so she made me follow her to the bank and all that. And so when she got there, she claimed she didn't have the money. I said, you know what? Keep your money. I don't want to argue over money. It's okay. Whatever goes around comes around. Right. And so I don't know what happened, but the Lord blessed me and my family in spite. And I'm telling you, I can count that on 3 fingers that ever happened to me in the 15 years that I was, actively doing hair.
Well, let me
So
ask you this.
that's why I have to dig deep to figure out to answer your question.
Well, let me ask you, Renee. After that experience, what did you then put in place for yourself so that that wouldn't happen again?
Wait, and ask me that again. I didn't hear your
So,
your.
so after that experience, right?
Mhm.
What did you put in place for yourself as a business owner so that would never happen again?
Oh yeah, I used to type my rules, right? My business of operation, and I would hand it to people physically, give them a piece of paper. That was before, social media and all that stuff back
Right,
then.
right.
And so I would go over and make sure I would always have a contract or an agreement
Yes.
before I did their hair so that they can understand that this is a business and that you're agreeing that I am your consultant, right? And that you follow the directions that I give you, and then we're good. So I've
Yeah.
always did that, right? Always made sure that I had those rules and those little agreements in place, signed, and I still have them to this day,
Perfect.
so that I can protect myself and them,
Yes,
and them.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Mhm.
So, okay. So you didn't have problems with getting clients.
No, I didn't.
So what you retired. So tell me about that. How does that how did you get to where you decided that you were going to retire from doing sister locks?
Right. Can you repeat? You're kind of,
Yeah. Yeah.
stagnant
So you're
again.
so you're
I'm
retired.
sorry.
No worries, no worries.
I didn't. Okay.
You're retired now. How did
Yes.
that happen? So when did you decide? Because clearly that means you have reached your peak,
Yeah.
right? You reached the peak, right?
Exactly. Yes.
So
I
how did
had
that
reached my peak.
happen?
At this point, yes. So I was actively doing sister life for 15 years, right?
Right.
And it comes a time, and I dreamed about, when I was doing hair, I was also trying to learn the internet and have my store online. So at this point I had created my products and I was trying to sell them online. I
Okay.
was selling them actively to my customers, to my
Okay.
clients, and then I was trying to set up my store online. And so I was doing hair in the daytime, and at night I was on the computer trying to figure this thing out, right?
Yeah.
So I was dreaming about doing that, right? And so, but at 15 years, that was a lot. That was enough for me. And so I was deciding that I was going to give it maybe 2 more years, right? And I was out one day watering my porch with flip-flops on them, with
Okay.
flip-flops on. And I tell you, I took one step and slipped and broke my ankle.
Go ahead.
Had never broken any bone in my body until that day, right? And so that's really is what ended that God, I guess God said, not so. It's time now. It's time. So he used that little fall, that little break to really, end that career. But but yeah, that's how I went into retirement. At that point, I still was trying to do hair, but I just couldn't. And my husband said,
Right.
listen, that's enough. So he retired me. He said I can go ahead on retire. And so that's basically how I retired. I retired 2 years prior to what I thought I was going to retire from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you were saying that you started making products while you were
Yes.
doing hair.
Yes.
What what had you start making products?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So I was, at the time, I think I started making my products maybe I think it was probably maybe 6 months to a year. When I first got my sister locks, and I was using the company's products and all, and they were really good. My favorite was the thicker one. What is not the moisture, was it the moisture treatment or the thicker one? I can't remember.
The reconstructor.
The reconstructor, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was good and all, and then I guess it was a bad batch made, and it just really messed my scalp up, and I needed to heal my scalp.
Okay.
Plus my hair was really becoming dry, and
Mm-hmm.
so I just said, Lord, show me what to do. And so because I like to herbs and essential oils and things like that, I just started putting those ingredients together, and I made my first product. The first product was this
Mm-hmm.
and this,
Okay.
right? These were my first products. And so that's how I started. And I have not looked back since. And then I just started understanding the power of moisturizing, your sister locks, because I know that's still kind of taboo in the community a little bit, but I found, based on my own personal experience, that just using water didn't work for me. First of all, you have to consider the area that you live in. It was a lot of chlorine in our water. So it just dried my scalp and my hair out. And I
Okay.
needed a little help. Right.
Okay. Well.
Right. And so that's how I started making the products. And then I got into the steaming and all that.
I really like the fact that, I mean, and your story is like many others. We get into the sister lock business, and you get into that entrepreneurial spirit, and we learn how to create and
Yes.
come up with things on our own. So you decided that you was gonna dibble and dabble in the product land, to help yourself. So your product line is designed for who in mind? Someone that needs moisture to their locks. Is that what
Yes.
I'm saying? Because I've never tried the product before.
Yeah, right. Yes. Yeah, my thrust, my people,
Yeah.
right, are those who have slow growing, dry, thinning, hair.
Okay.
And I'm not claiming that these products will grow your hair back or anything.
Okay.
I'm not claiming that it's a product for thinning hair.
Got
It's
it.
just that the thinning is the reason why I say thinning is from dryness,
Oh,
right?
got it.
Sometimes your hair pulls out when it's really dry.
Hmm.
And so and then the slow growing, my hair, I've had my sister locks for 20 years, and
Hmm.
this is the longest that my hair has grown. My hair grows super slow.
Okay.
It started growing much faster once I really started steaming like 2 years ago. And
Okay.
so then it started, I mean, after 20 years, right? And the last 2 years, my hair have grown so fast. For me, it's fast, right?
Okay.
For me, it's fast. And there are so many other ladies out there that experience slow growing hair. A lot of it is because the scalp is dry and itchy scalp, and for various some people on medication, uh,
Hmm.
and that kind of thing. So there's a great population out there that is really taking notice and really enjoying the products. And I definitely want to gift you with the products if you would accept.
Yes, please send me some cash I can try out. Let me say this from because obviously I'm a trichologist.
Yes.
And in for hair loss or scalp disorders, it is a personalized issue, right?
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
it is a personalized issues on why your hair is not growing as fast as you think it should, or if you have a scalp disorder. So what works for one person may not work for the other.
Yes.
Maybe it is if you both have that same issue.
Mm-hmm.
So for you, you've obviously seen some great results with using the products based off of your situation, right?
Yes.
I just
Yes.
want to make sure that it's clear that
Yes.
everybody is different. There's,
Yes.
it is a personalized issue on why one person is losing their hair versus other, or one is experiencing something with their scalp and the other. But you
Yes.
obviously you're finding great results from that, and that is really cool. Good on you for being a solution person,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Yes.
So did
That's
you find that your clients were also having this same kind of issue?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, they were. And so when I've created these products, I was using them on myself and my family first, and then I was
Okay.
telling them about the products.
Okay.
I probably used the products maybe about 4 months before I even mentioned them to my clients,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because I want to make sure that it was doing what it was doing. And then, of course, my family members. So I started testifying to my clients, and they were like, "Can I use some? Can you use some in my hair?" Right.
Okay.
So before I would retighten their hair, I would spray their hair with my spray, and that would soften their hair up a little more,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so it was less stressful on their hair, less breakage, that whole thing. And so that just became a norm for me and my clients, for me to spray their hair first and
Mm-hmm.
then retighten. And
Mm-hmm.
so, that was very successful for me and my clients,
Good
you
stuff.
know.
So you went because you retired, then you went full out with your product line.
Full out. That's what I do full time is my products,
Come
and
on.
now the steaming challenge.
Tell me more about the steaming challenge.
Okay. So the steaming, so I was doing the steaming myself personally. Like I say, I'm the guinea pig, right?
Good stuff. Good stuff.
So I did it on myself for a while before I even invited. Then I said, let me invite my community. I have a Facebook group, right? So I
Yeah.
said, let's just have fun and do this and all. And I'm telling you, it was like a hit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because people like to, I'm telling you, I was just dabbling in here just to try and help somebody out
Yeah.
because I was experiencing so many results. And so I just was having fun. And then I was in another group and they said, do a case study, right? And
Yeah.
so I chose three of my group members in my Facebook to be part of my case study. I
Mm-hmm.
had them to document everything, take pictures, videos, get the steamer, only use beautiful hair products. So, we can really hone in and see if this is working, not just for me, but for other people. And I tell you, that case study was so successful.
Now, wait a minute, Renee. Where is the information for this case study? I'm so glad that you
So
shared.
the information, let me see. It is. Do you
Yeah.
want me to put it in the chat, or you just want me to
Yeah,
tell it to you?
put it in the chat, and then I'll put it on the banner. Tell me where the information is. I'm so glad you're saying this, Renee, because one of my credentials is a certified bio research assistant. And
Oh,
it is all about the data when you're selling products,
yes,
right? It's
yes.
all about not just your experience, but what you can show proof of what your products can do for others. So I so appreciate that you have did
Oh, yes.
case study.
There, I just put it in there.
Okay, perfect. I'm
Yes,
going.
steamingyoursisterlockschallenge.com.
Okay, let me
And
put it
then,
out. Let me
yeah,
put it out here so people can see that and go to it and decide for themselves.
yeah.
Okay, let me see here if we can. Okay, So, all right,
Yes.
is that correct?
Yep, that's
Steaming
correct.
challenge.com. You can go there, and Renee has some results to her challenge and show proof about her product. That is
No, this is actually the registration page. The
okay.
results for the case study is in my Facebook group, right?
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
we need that. That's what we
Yeah.
need. That's what
Well,
we
you okay?
that's that's what we need.
Okay.
We need the proof, baby. We need the proof in
Okay.
the pudding
All
because
right. Let me get.
that really helps. Having proof really does
Yes.
help people. It creates trust
Yes, it
around what,
does.
what you're saying is out there. So
Yeah.
let's get the proof, baby.
Okay, so this is this is my Facebook group, right?
Okay.
And that's where so people would have to join the group, but
Okay.
that's where the case study people are the late three ladies that I had in the case study is you can find it in the group. And also actually I do have their testimonials as well.
Mhm.
Um and okay, what does that say? Opens in a new tab. Oh, okay. You have the
Let me
S.
fix
Yeah,
that. Let me
yeah.
fix that real quick for.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So the ladies, the three ladies that was in my case study is on my page for the Steaming Your Sister Locks Challenge. So I have their testimonials on there and
Okay.
all that, but you will find everything in the group, you
Okay,
know.
perfect. So
But
if they
yeah,
go to
so
your group, which is beautiful hair products, they
yeah,
will see the testimonies of
yes,
your clients doing
yes,
the challenge. Perfect.
yes.
So how often do we do this challenge?
We do this challenge once a month.
Okay.
It's like every 4 to 5 weeks.
Okay.
From so the next one coming up is on the 13th,
Okay.
and
Okay.
it's 5 days. And and this is going to be my sixth one. This one coming
Okay.
up. Yes, it's going to be my sixth one. And I have committed to at least a year to see exactly. I mean, it is just revolving,
All right.
evolving. More and more people are being aware of it, and so it's evolving. It's really becoming something that people are looking forward to,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm growing uh, as a former consultant,
Right.
and as a business, and then just as a solution oriented type of challenge.
I love it. I love
Yeah,
it. I love it because uh, being a sister consultant, we are privileged to be around a bunch of people, especially beautiful women, and being a solution to their problem is
yes,
wonderful and
yes,
good on you. And pat yourself on the back for being willing to do that.
yes,
Being willing
yes.
to do that and hearing the call of others and being willing to find a solution for them. And so I wish you well
Thank
and
you.
endeavor, and everybody go check out her challenge, and also check out the receipts because the receipts are important. Okay, receipts are very important to any kind of product line and any kind of thing that you're doing. So I wish you well, and thanks so much for being here, and thank you for being a pioneer and going out there and helping our folks do
Yes,
right.
yes, yes.
Thank
It's
you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule. And well, before I go, can you give any inspirational words for a new Sister Lock practitioner?
Yes, make sure that you have integrity. Don't be anxious for anything. The right clients will be attracted to you
Mm-hmm.
based on you. This is your business. This don't let anyone come in here and run your business, right? So that's why I encourage you to make sure you know exactly how you want your business to be ran, the type of people you want to serve, and serve them well.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Renee.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna
Thank
put you
you.
backstage and I'll see you in a few minutes, okay?
Okay.
All
All
right.
right.
All right. Perfect. All right. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining us and being a part of and partaking in this series, the Sister Locks Success stories. And this is all about the consulting, you guys. We hear about the client journeys so much, but I wanted to actually highlight the success of the Sister Lock consultant who is transforming lives lock by lock and day by day and client by client. Please stay connected with me. Go to my website, haircaresinc.com. Find out all the stuff that I'm up to because I'm up to a bunch, right? My coaching program, the books that I've been writing and things as such. So please stay connected. We'll continue the series and more. And if you want to be a guest, hey, go to my website as well and sign up to be a guest. Let me feature you as a leader, entrepreneur, author, speaker who want to touch, move, and inspire others. All right. See you soon. Bye-bye.